Hi guys, Rich Bassine from RJBassine.com. I'm coming to you this evening to talk a little about thrifting or sourcing at thrift stores, how it's becoming a little pricey lately, at least in the thrift stores in my area anyway. I noticed that when I pick up the items, I do a quick, research on it when I'm in the thrift store. That's why you got to have your iPhone all the time with you, or I should say cell phone with you. It's probably one of the most important tools in this business, to be honest with you. And I'm starting to realize that, well, not starting to realize, I have been realizing, but I meet the same resellers in these thrift stores, and we all pretty much complain about the same thing. And I never really took note of it until they started, hashing it out to me. How it's getting hard to make a living with this type of business or make a decent profit. And you hear all these war stories and stuff like that. And I have a, these people, I see them every week, and it's not the same. It's not a topic that's brought up every week, but every now and then it's peppered out there. It's like it's peppered in the conversation. It's getting harder and harder, and it's true. Um, when I think about the thrift stores, how they make their money and where they're getting their items from, it's amazing. They're getting things for nothing. I mean, people are literally dropping things off, and that's how they make the money. I understand they got to make money. They got to make money. They got to pay their employees and pay the overhead and stuff like that. But I'm noticing a lot, like even with the last things I picked up recently. When I do my research, I don't always do it there. Sometimes I do a quick research, but I notice that when I am researching stuff, the thrift stores are the same. They're comparable with the same prices what's being sold on eBay. I mean, if I picked up this mug and it was $5.99 and it was whatever brand name or whatever at the thrift store, I could see that same mug on eBay for the same price what the thrift store is selling it for. And people may say, well, what are you complaining and stuff like that? Are you going to try to, is there anything you could do about it? No, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't do anything about it. What am I going to do? Talk to the manager, the owners of the thrift stores and say, hey, lower your prices down. But I noticed that a lot lately. What I do is I keep this book here. This book is my log book. Okay. What I write in this book is I write down the prices, I write down the items, the date I bought it, the description of bought, sold, and profit in here. Okay, and I refer to this here when I'm doing my listings. I'll go over, like if I'm going to sell, let's say for example the things I bought up recently, the Iowa headphones. I keep the price of what I bought it for, and then I look them up on eBay, and what I'm looking for in prices is what's already out there. So, I'm just another fish in the sea, so to speak. So if I'm putting these up for $9.99, there's probably 10 other sellers with the same price point. So unless I get these things super cheap or half off on a half off day, I'm not really making a great profit. And my dad used to say, God rest so slow nickels bringing fast dimes. But the thing is, we try to get these items cheap enough and mark them up enough to make a decent profit off it. If you're buying something for $5, you hope to make another at least $5 to $10 profit on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not starting to realize, I'm taking note of it more and more as I go along, that some of the thrift stores are anteing up their prices, and the more they keep anteing it up, the more or the less a person like myself can make money. And I know it's an ongoing thing. I know other people talk about it and stuff. I'm not just the first one bringing it up. I'm sure if you typed in YouTube or Google search, and you typed in sourcing at thrift stores overpriced it, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of hits with that. But what I realize is that even with the thrift stores with their 25%, now the thrift stores by me have, I think it's either Monday and Thursdays, they have 25% off. That's a given. So if you want to save 25% off, you either go on a Monday or a Thursday. If you go in between, of course you're going to pay full price. I went sourcing the other day. It was a Tuesday, and I paid full price for everything. And that's the real bad part about it, because now when you're doing your research, you're comparing on eBay and stuff like that, and you're looking at the price. I look at my book here and I say, wow, this is what I bought it for. This is what it's selling for eBay. I mean, half of the times the thing is being sold for what I paid for it. So that's the problem. So I mean, but then again, I thought I heard somebody saying that some thrift stores, I don't know if all, but they're doing the same thing. They're going on the internet and they're checking eBay out, and hey, this little widget here is selling for $20 on eBay, so let us put it out for $20 or whatever. I heard that from some other people that they were saying that they're like, I think even Goodwill does that too. They go in the back there, and someone had mentioned it. I don't know if it was just a past conversation. They go back and they do comparisons what's being sold on eBay in some cases. I'm not saying you can't get good deals. Don't get me wrong. Don't think like for one moment, oh, this guy is bashing the thrift stores, Goodwill. No, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just trying to say that it seems to me that when I'm buying these items, it's supposed to be cheap at a thrift store. The cheap price is what's selling on eBay, and thus for you cannot make a decent profit like that. I mean, your profit margins are going to be so low. I'm not saying for the most part, I don't get deals. I mean, there are times I get deals. I mean, you on a half days off, it's a given. If you're buying something, if something costs $10, you're getting it for half price. I mean, you can't beat that. Even if you buy an expensive item, like I seen one time they had a guitar there. I can't think of the make of it. I think they wanted like $79 or $80 for it. And I said, well, it was a half day. And I said, if I buy it for $40, but then when I looked, I said, well, then I did I was doing my research there on a half day. This was, and that was a while back. And I said, wow, if I buy it for $40, if it was an $80, I get half of it. I get it for $40. You look, you say, well, what can I sell this for on eBay? And in some cases, not all, even with the half off, the price that you're walking out the store with is what's being sold on eBay. So what do? What do? You got three people selling the same guitar for that price for $40. What do? You paid $40 for it. It was $80. It was normally $80. You got it for half price. You paid $40 for it. What do? Do you sit there and say, well, I want to make at least a $10 bill when everybody else is selling for $40? You're going to sell it for $60, $50, $60? What's the sense? They don't make it, and I noticed that the thrift stores, the ones I attend, they put all the good stuff behind the counters. And that's where the prices go up. So now if I was to buy that guitar full price, let's just say for $80, what am I going to put it on eBay for? When everybody's selling them undercutting the price, 40, let's say 40, 45, whatever. What am I going to sell for? What am I going to sell it for? I paid $80 for it. I'm talking if I didn't get it at half price. And if I did get it at half price, what am I going to make on if I sell it so I get it for $40? I mean, they're making the profit margins slow. I mean, so small that it's no wonder, people sit there, such as myself, and you're sitting there thinking, geez, boy, I mean, what's this month going to be like this month? How about next month? Am I going to make anything next month? That's the problem with sourcing and stuff. It's like, unless you go to yard sales or garage sales, whatever they want to call them. I don't really attend too many to those. I mean, I maybe go to a couple of, but I think I stated this once before. My main source for merchandise is going to thrift stores. And I got two of them around here. They're local. In either direction, about 10 minutes away in either direction. That's how close they are. That's how close the proximity are. But the thing again is, if you're buying stuff and you can't make a decent profit off it, it's like, you're sitting here, biting your fingernails, like, oh, What's the month going to be like? What am I going? And now I know I'm going to probably get opposition, or there'll probably be out there, probably people that hit this channel will comment, will say, well, try going to different thrift stores, try going to the Salvation Army. Maybe you could hit the Goodwill again, see if your Goodwill around you has half off on certain days or whatever. Maybe where the thrift stores don't have it, the Goodwill might have it. They might have it half off, whatever. Or you might get better merchandise at the Goodwill. I've been at the Goodwill store. That's about, from where I am, it's about a 20-minute drive, maybe half hour tops. Not even, no, about that time, but about 20-minute drive. And I've been there, and some of the things are pricey. I went there one time with my brother. We seen stuff hanging up on a wall, and it was very expensive. And I know, that I heard stories before about thrift stores, especially Goodwill, that somebody was complaining about it, actually complaining about it on one of the blogs, about the one that's by me, and saying how expensive everything is. And in some cases, they take all the good stuff, they put it in the back, and during the sale days, and then when the sale's over, they put the good stuff out, the stuff, and it's at regular price again. So I understand. It supposedly goes for charitable organizations. At least you hope so. That's what they say. But at the same time, I mean, I guess they caught on many moons ago about people reselling. I mean, if you see John Doe at your thrift store every week, he's not buying stuff every week for his family, his household. He's picking up a lot of material, like a lot of different items, picking up picking up all different size shirts and different size pants. The person's not going there doing his Christmas shopping. You see the guy there every week. Sometimes you might see the person 2-3 times a day. There maybe all week they might be there. There might be people that are Goodwill diehards that go there every week. They'll go there every day, 5 days, to see what new items come out. Other merchandise comes out. But I've been to the one by me, and it's not, certain things are cheap, and for the most part, a good majority of the stuff is up there. And but my beef is I don't really go to the Goodwill store to buy. I mean, maybe I should check there more often, but I don't, because I like to stay local. I mean, like I said, I got the 2 thrift stores. I go to the one over there in one town, and then the next town over, and I got the other one. It's owned by the same owners, I understand. But the thing is, in this business, it's not like we're dealing with a wholesaler. Although people may say, well, I don't know, maybe some resellers look at it like, well, you go to the thrift store, that's like dealing with a wholesaler. You're getting it for a cheap price. Yeah, but not if you're selling, not if the price that you're paying is what's being sold on eBay is not a deal. Okay, that's not a deal to me. If I'm going to buy something off of eBay for $10, okay, let's say I walk out and start paying $10 for it. I don't do my research, and then I finally go home and I see that, and that same person, and you get a few sellers selling that same item for half. What do you do? What do you do with this merchandise? And I'm not complaining because my sales go up and down or they stagnate. I'm just trying to say, people say, well, again, people may say, well, your problem is maybe your prices are overpriced. You're charging too much. Or the other thing may be is, my the shipping costs. Look, I can't help that. Okay? I mean, like I said, I weigh up the stuff, and I do my due diligence when it comes to weighing up the stuff. I mean, like I said, if something weighs, if it's an electronic thing, and it weighs 5 pounds, okay, you're gonna have to allow for that packaging. So I always add an extra pound to it. Now people say, "Wow, that's a lot." Not really, because I'm taking the item out of the. I'm not weighing the item within the box. I'm weighing it out of the box. So I'm figuring with the padding and with the box, the corrugated box, but how big it is, that's going to add at least a pound to it. Now people may say, well, they may disagree with me. That's fine. You can disagree with me. I've done it the other way. I kind of like, cut it close and stuff like that, and I ended up losing money. You can't take an item out and just throw it on a scale. It's like taking this cup here and say, well, let me guess what it. You put it on the scale, and if it weighs 5 ounces, it's 5 ounces. But what about the box? Now the cup weighs 5 ounces without the packaging. What about now? What about when you put the bubble wrap around it and you put it in the box? Is that going to weigh 5 ounces again? No, it ain't. So you're going to have to add on to it. So you add maybe, I don't know, maybe you add, I don't know. I mean, basically what you do is, if you really want to, streamline it, make it the right way, is get that cup before there's even a sale. Before you even sell it, bubble wrap it, put it in your box. If I make custom boxes myself, put it in a custom made box and put it on a scale. Say this is what it weighs. Period. It's 10 ounces, 5 ounces. You have to worry about second guessing it. If it's let's say it's 5 ounces. This cup is 5 ounces. I'm just saying. What am I going to guess? Well, let me see. If I had the box, the padding, you don't know. So that's probably the better way to do it. That is the most efficient way to do it. If you're going to sell mugs, bubble wrap them, put them in a box, weigh them up, label what's on the box, keep a little sticky pad on there, and this way you'll have the accurate weight. But it doesn't hurt either if you did go over a little, if it's 50 cents or a dollar, not 50 cents, if it's like 50 cents, 60 cents, whatever, use that money, that additional money, as your cost for the packaging. What it's going to cost you to pay. What you pay for that box. I don't get the boxes for nothing. Okay, so people say, well, yeah, you custom make your box. I do. I buy one big box, and I might, depending how big the item is, I can make other boxes out of it. But that box still costs me money. Okay, so I mean, I would like to make, with all due respect, I like to make a little something from the shipping, to, like I said, cover the cost of material, packaging in the box, But again, off that topic with that part, like I said, I'm just, when I'm sitting here doing this, this is all I picked up this week. For the other day. This was on the 25th. I picked this stuff up. Not much, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 items I picked up. Okay, 11 items I picked up. And again, when I'm looking at this book's my log, and this is very important. This book. I mean, I got to put all this information, and there's other pages, back-to-back stuff here. It's got to go on a spreadsheet, which I have not gotten around to doing yet. And I look at what I bought it for, and I say to myself, wow. I mean, and then I'm looking what eBay's selling for what I bought. I bought a Memorex CD player. And what I picked it up for was, not super cheap. I didn't pay $1 for it. But what I picked it up for, I'm looking, it's like, people are selling this. What I bought this for, that's what they're selling it on eBay for. Don't figure. So, me personally, I don't know. I put it in. I try to add I try to make a $5 or $10 bill off it. But when you got other people selling it so cheap, I mean, if I get a sale from that, maybe the people like my policy, my return policy. Maybe they like, I don't know. Maybe they like I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But if I get a sale, because I can't sell it for what I pay for it. If I'm going to start doing stuff like that, I must just get out of this business altogether. Okay, but I'm just trying to say, and it seems like they're getting higher and higher is going on. And like one seller said is a lot of these. Well, I can't say for sure. I don't have the visual proof that a lot of supposedly they say these people go back there on the internet and they're checking out pricing and stuff like that. I heard a story where somebody had gone to a thrift yard sale, and the person picked up, I don't know what it was, maybe it was an electronic thing. I don't remember it verbatim, but I remember hearing the story. I mean, as far as that part, I don't know what the item was. I forget. It might have been an electronic thing. Person picks it up, says, "Oh, I'm interested." Yeah, the guy, the person goes there, says, the yard sale. "Hey, I'm interested in getting this here." "Oh, just a minute. Let me check it out. Let me go inside and check." Takes the item from the person, from what I understand the story. Goes in there. Looks it up on eBay. Now, let's say they were selling this thing for $2, $3. They look it up on eBay and say, "Well, you know what? We can't sell it for that price because on eBay it's going for this much money." What's the sense of having a yard sale? The person who's giving the yard sale is looking up on eBay what the things are going for. Is that what this world's coming to? You know, as far as with business wise, I mean, I know everybody wants to get on the action, but I mean, you know, the whole purpose of going to a yard sale is to pick things up for a buck or 65 cents or $1 or whatever, or a couple of bucks. But what is that? Is that going to be the ongoing thing now? So in other words, wait, let me sell some. I'm having a yard sale. Let me go check my. Why don't you just leave your laptop there, and let the person bring it to you? And when they're bringing it to you, you say, okay, hold on for a second. What is this here? Oh, it's the little widget type of thing. Okay, and what I have it here for? Oh, I got it for $2. Let me see some. Hold on, wait right there. And you can sit there in front of the person, the buyer, and go through the motion, and then come back to them and say, listen, you know, on second thought, I can't sell to you for $2. Why not? Oh, on eBay it's selling for 10. You want to give me $10 for it? You know what I tell the person? Adios, goodbye. What's the sense? What are you gonna do with it? He just told you what they're selling for on eBay. If he's going to charge you $10 and that's what they're selling for on eBay, what did you make out of it? You didn't make nothing. You know, I'm not saying. Listen, people. I'm not bashing this business. And there's thousands upon thousands, maybe millions of people out there that are resellers. You know, there are probably quite a few of them successful resellers making nice money, making a nice, comfortable living with this. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm finding it that it gets to a point where, you know, the profit margins are shrinking, you know. So, and people say, well, you got to go to another place to find better sourcing. What other places are there? Like I said, if you don't go much to yard sale, which maybe I should be going to them, but you know, that's good for the summer months, the summer, spring, right up to winter. You know, unless if you have a dry winter, people have a yard sale dry. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you know, being in New York over here on the East Coast, when we have winters, where sometimes they get really brutal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's a dry, I call it a dry winter. If it's, you know, when I say dry winter, I mean a winter. It's cold, but there's no snow on the ground. I mean, although I never heard of people having yard sales in the winter. So you got to do all your, if you're going to do something like that, you got to do all your sourcing now in the summertime, the warm weather, you know, for that time. You know what I'm saying? For those off-peak times where it's too cold to have yard sales. But where else am I going to go? You know, that's the thing. I mean, I know these two thrift stores, and you know, and it's funny, the people that come and talk to me about how pricey things are, they're there every week like clockwork. Just like, well, I don't go, now I went there this week, but I'm just saying, when in the beginning I was going a lot. Now I cut back on it. And if I stop in there, I might pick a few items up. Okay? I might pick up a few items. But I'm not going to go consistently every day. First, like I think I mentioned this once before, and have the facilities to store all this stuff. You know, it's not like you're getting little DVDs where you could stack up hundreds of them. You can get like a 10 by 10 shed, outdoor shed, and you know, stack them in a shed, and you could sell them. If you could stack up thousands of them like that, because they're small, they're DVDs. But you can't. I can't. You know, stack up tons of piles of computers and printers and all that stuff. And I think I said in one of my other videos that I eventually would like to get rid of stuff like that. I don't know if I want to still sell printers and stuff. You know, I don't know if I want to go that route anymore. You know, the guitars. And, you know, the funny thing is, when I look at my eBay sales, and I look at the stuff I have there, and I see, I don't know if it's the same watches. These these particular items that have one or more sellers, of watches on them, watches. They've been there. They've been watching these items for months now. You know, I know people, like I said, they're shopping, they're doing the hunting and stuff like that. And I think I talked about this once before. Me personally, if I'm going to buy something, I don't put around. I'll check out. I might spend maybe a good 15, 20 minutes, maybe tops a half hour, research and see if I can get the best deal. Is the guy top-rated seller? Is he have 100% feedback? And if he does have a couple negatives, I like to read what they're all about. Why did the guy get negatives? You know, does he offer free shipping? You know, I mean, these are the things I look for. But in the end, after doing my research with a number of sellers, which I buy very little, the only thing I basically buy is the ink for my HP 7520 printer, PhotoSmart printer, and the toner cartridge for the 2270 DW Brother, I believe it is. So I buy stuff like that. But I know the price point. It's cheap enough to buy, you know, so I'll order it. And I deal with a guy that's in Brooklyn. I think I mentioned that once before. I deal with a guy in Brooklyn. So, but me, it works. I get it here in a day and a half. You know, depending on how early I place the order. If I place it at 5 o'clock, then it's not going to get there, and it won't probably, unless he's got some hookup with the post office, it'll probably get there with the next day. But I'm just trying to say, folks, I don't know if you guys got any comments, you want to leave me information, stuff like that. I'd like to hear what you have to say. I'm just saying, it just seems to me that, well, in my area, with the things I see, it seems like the prices on used stuff is going up, is what I'm saying. And again, I know I heard stuff like that even with Goodwill, you know. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know any other place to source. Unless I deal directly with manufacturers, just get out of the used selling part of it altogether and just go brand new. Deal with direct with a manufacturing company or whatever. Just deal with them one-on-one. Cut out the middleman. Because this is ridiculous. I mean, when I look at these numbers here, what I bought, what I paid for, and then when I'm putting them up on eBay for, what a joke. I'm not saying I don't make a killing on certain things. Okay? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's 100% like that, but lately, you know, when people keep bringing things up to you like that, they bring these out in the open, you know, after a while, it keeps probing. I say, yeah, you're right. You know, what do you do? And I don't want to hear people saying opposition about, you know, in my regards to what I'm saying. Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to go to that thrift store. Try going to Goodwill, Salvation Army, whatever. You could try those guys. Or maybe a good yard sale. Or, if you don't like it, if you don't like any of those, get out of the business altogether. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get out of the business altogether. Because, I mean, not to contradict myself, I mean, I do on occasion, I will find something that's decently priced. But again, even though it's decently priced, I'm still paying a nice dollar for it. And the profit margin, in some cases, is going to be next to nil. You know? But anyway, folks, I don't want to keep going on with this here. If you guys are experiencing anything like this here with thrifting, sourcing at thrift stores is what the title should be called. Let me know what you think. I'm just curious to hear what you guys have to say. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm just going by my own experiences, you know. Like I said, I've been doing this now a little over a year and a month now. Okay, like I said, since I got laid off from my job in June of 2016 of last year, it's a month, and it's a year and a half. It's a year and 1 month already. So, it is what it is, you know. But if you guys like what I do, please subscribe to my channel. If you got anything out of this here, I'm just kind of like, I guess, going off on a rant. I know some people, maybe not too many people are hipped up on the video content I create. I just wanted to just share one thing with you guys that do land on this channel. I do these videos, did sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos for the potential buyers, eBay buyers. Because the reason why you say, well, how come it's always eBay? Because that's where my merchandise is. A lot of my items. Right now, I'm selling on eBay exclusively. And Bonanza. But again, my main company, my main selling platform is eBay. Now, I've gotten sales, a few little sales here and now and then from Bonanza. okay? But most of my stuff, my main selling platform is eBay. But that's what I do it for, folks. In case you're wondering, if my videos bore you, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Again, I like to use video. I like to do video presentations, showing things in action, whatever it may be. Like I said, with the laptop, I did a video on it, powering it up, talking about it, telling you about the flaws it has, the things it comes with, it don't come with, And I don't know if people watch the video. I mean, I put in there, please see demo video below the listing, but I don't know if they're watching it. And I think in most cases, people ain't watching those videos, because I can look on YouTube, and when I go to my video manager and I scope out that particular video I made, I could see right there and then, if it's only got 1 watch or 2 watches, that means when people are going to the website, and listen, I don't embed videos into my descriptions to gain notoriety on YouTube, okay? I am not going to be a big YouTube star, by far, okay? I do these videos because I enjoy doing them, and to enlighten the potential buyers who are seeking, certain items from me. I give them a little insight as to what they're getting. That's why I do these videos. Okay, I'm not doing these videos so I could go up in a search rank engine and all that stuff there. Revenue sharing. I'm not making any money off of this. And despite what you see on Social Blade, believe me, I ain't making anything. Okay, believe me, I'm not getting a plum nickel. All right, that's the gospel truth. I'm not going to lie to you. If I was, well, first off, I heard from stories that if you do make money revenue sharing with Google, you're not supposed to disclose how much money you're getting. And I can understand that. It's none of nobody's business anyway. It's none of nobody's business what you're making. If I was a YouTube star, which I'm not, I wouldn't sit there telling you, oh, I made $100,000 this month. I made $50,000 last month. I wouldn't go into that financial dealings with the YouTube viewers out there. I'm not going to sit there telling you how much money I make. Again, people say, well, I just go to Social Blade and I'll type your name in and I'll say how much you get, because it gives you estimates. Well, I ain't getting, if anything, my estimates are peanuts. Okay? I'm not making anything, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think YouTube pays you when you have less than 100. I think you have to have over 100 people, either 100 or over 100 people to start making generating revenue, where they'll start mailing you a check or whatever. I believe that's what it is. Don't quote me on it. I could be wrong, and if somebody's more involved with YouTube and the monetization of it, you can enlighten me. I don't really care about. Yes, do I monetize my videos? Of course I do. Of course I do. Listen, I'm out to make a buck like everybody else is out there in YouTube land. Okay? Or eBay world or whatever, or Amazon world, Etsy, Instagram, whatever, Pinterest. I'm trying to make a living too, guys. So don't take it for what it's, as far as as a negative thing. I'm just trying to say that that's why I do the videos, plain and simple. And I hope they inspire people. I hope I can when I do those demo videos and intro videos, I hope that the potential buyer gets something out of it. I'm not telling a buyer, if you notice when I do the demo, well, sometimes I do, but I'm not expecting the buyer to sit there, lands on that listing and scopes and scrolls down to see my video to give me a thumbs up or subscribe to me. That person may not want to. That person, I'm not going to subscribe to them. That's fine. I put that video out there for you, the buyer, not for me, for you. So you do what you want with it. If you want to, subscribe, please do. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. But anyway, guys, it's going on. It's getting a little late again out here. Every time lately I'm doing my videos late now, and it's going on 11:35 p.m. over here, and East Coast in New York, and I'm getting a little tired of talking about this stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I want to see if you got any comments you want to talk about or leave to me about this. How sourcing through thrift stores is getting kind of pricey. I see it more and more each time I pick up items, and I guess it was from a couple of people a couple other resellers that I bumped into, kind of like relished the same idea to me, telling me the same thing. We could have a conversation, then all of a sudden that bit's blurred out. You notice this place is getting expensive? You notice that there? I understand they go on eBay and they do comparisons. That's why if you get something like this here and it's $5 and you look on and you're buying for $5, you're looking at eBay, it's selling the same thing selling for $5. What do you expect? I know. Now, I kind of assumed that right along because I heard that story not by those resellers, by other people saying it prior to them. But you take it for a grain of salt. So people say, well, if you heard it, then why are you making this video? Why are you seem like you're ranting? I just want to throw it out there. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to put this video out there to see if other people in different parts of the states are going through the same thing. If they feel that thrift stores are making top-notch dollar off the items that they sell. Remember, folks, these are pre-owned items. I'm not saying at thrift store you can't get brand new stuff. Now, there's times I purchased items that if you see new items that I say brand new or new on it, it's because I got that at a thrift store. Okay? But again, if you don't get it half off, you're paying top dollar for it. But it is what it is. And in this business, you just got to keep, going at it and doing the best you can. And hopefully, prices ain't going to come down. Not in the thrift stores I deal with. They're not going to go down. I think they're going to go up more. I guess the only way you can make a good killing with the thrift store, making purchases like that, is when they had the 50% off. Like I said, every week, I think it's Mondays and Thursdays, they have the 25% off. Like tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be going. I don't think I'm going to be sourcing for any stuff right now. But that's the time they have this, if they had, but that's when they get the 25% off. But when you get the 50% off, that's even better. Even though I tell people I don't source that much, when I see the 50%, because they get an app for my cell phone, and they'll tell you, today you come in between 8 and 5, whatever time they close, and you can get stuff off, half off. So when I get that message on my email or my cell phone, I'll drive over there, just check out what they have. Doesn't mean I got to buy. I went there a couple of times, on a couple of occasions. They had half price off. And you're looking and saying, wow, just think everything in this store is half price. I could buy this little widget for, if it's $6, I can get it for $3. If I buy whatever, Tommy Hilfiger blazer, and it's going for $30, I get it for $15. That's the time you can make a decent killing on it. But again, it all depends what you're saving that $15, like what you're getting that, let's say that $30 Tommy Hilfiger blazer, you're getting it for $15, and thinking, wow, I got a good deal here. I just got this blazer for I got it for $15. You tell your family, friends, I got it for $15. I had half off today. And then when you go look it on eBay, they're selling that same jacket for $15. You see what I'm saying? That's like the trade-off there. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like the item's selling for $30, you're getting for $15. You're walking out the store saying, "Wow, I got a great deal today. I just saved so much money. Everything's half off." Only to go home and find out when you look it up on eBay for that half price that you got it for is what they're selling it for. I find it amusing. And I that's why I sometimes I laugh to myself. I say, it can't be, but it is. It is. But anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to share it with you guys. If you have any thoughts on it, want to share it, please share it with me. Again, sorry to ramble on. It's not a rant, basically. I know it sounds like a rant, but I just wanted to throw that out there, like I said earlier. Thanks again, guys. Listen, you have a great night wherever you are, a great day. And I will talk to you again in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.